Welcome to part 2 video of how to build your Pwnagotchi Wi-Fi hacking device. If you like what we do, please subscribe and press the notification icon so you won't miss future video from us. Also, don't forget to like the video. We received some questions that I find that are frequent ones to ask about this project. In the end of the video, I will answer the frequent asked questions, so please bear with me. In the previous video, which you can find in the link above, we have learned how to build and make our Pwnagotchi work. In this video, we will learn how to make it a nice case for your device, so it won't be damaged when you throw it in your bag or pocket when you carry it around. I will also show you how to connect your Pwnagotchi to your PC to change configurations, change the pcap file store location for example, and transfer the files from your device. Also, we will see what to do with the handshakes we collected, how to try and get the password using the Hashcat software. Therefore, before we begin, I must say that these have to be used on your own networks, which you will have permission to use and mess with. Originally, the Pwnagotchi intended to show how insecure Wi-Fi networks are and educate to secure them with strong passwords. So let's begin. The first thing we want to do is to get our little Pwnagotchi in nice case, so you can throw it in your bag without worrying it to get damaged. There are a lot of cases in the Thingiverse site. You can just search for Pwnagotchi string and see what there is available. I printed this case and I'm very happy with it. You can see it here. It also has a hook for carabine or string to carry it around. So let's see how it looks in the Thingiverse site. It's called Pico P0 e-ink case for Pwnagotchi. You need to go to the Think files and download the STL file. I will print it using a white PLA, standard settings, nothing special, you don't need supports for it. Let's start printing. So after printing the case, we will put our Pwnagotchi into the case. Mine already inside, but before you start putting your own, you need to remove the SD card, because it might get damaged when you try to put your Pwnagotchi into the case. Now it's nice and safe into the case. I can throw it around, nothing will get shorted. Now what we need to do is to connect it to your PC to see what you have collected and change the settings. Now, as you remember, there are two micro USB ports. We will use the inner one for connecting to your PC. Just like this, and plug it into your USB port. You will need to wait a while for your Pwnagotchi to boot. Let it finish. Once it finished booting, you will also see that it's in menu mode on your Pwnagotchi's display, which means it's in manual mode. It's ready to communicate with your PC. it also won't collect handshakes in this mode. Now you need to go to your network settings, and you will see that you have a new network adapter named USB Ethernet RNDIS gadget. Right click on this adapter, properties, and you will need to go to TCP/IP version 4 settings. Click properties, and the settings that you need to set are the IP address, which is 10.0.0.1, subnet mask 255 3x0, and the default gateway is also 10.0.0.1. Click OK to save the settings. Yes, you can close this one. Now disconnect and connect your Pwnagotchi back, so the settings will be applied. And another thing you will need to do is to unplug your PC from the network. Just disconnect your network cable. Again, wait for the device to boot. Now that your Pwnagotchi is back online, we need to have the WinSCP software. I will add the link in the description. You just go to the WinSCP homepage, press download. In this case I already disconnected my network, but I'll download this software before. Make sure to do it before you disconnect your network cable, of course. Okay, so now that we are in our WinSCP software, we will enter our Pwnagotchi's details, which is 10.0.0.2. The port name is 22. Username is Pi, and password is Raspberry. Press login. Yes, for the first time you connect, it will save the key. Okay, now we're in our Pwnagotchi device. Go to the root folder, and here you will find a folder named handshakes. I will show you in a few moments how to change this folder into whatever you want. On the other side of the window you will see your PC, so just go to wherever you want to download the files. I will create new directory for handshakes. In this handshakes folder you will find all the handshakes which your Pwnagotchi collected. As you can see, mine is a busy one. I will of course use my own network for this. Just press the open the folder in your PC, press the download button. Okay. Now you should have the handshakes on your PC. We can close this window. So now the next thing we want to do is to change the parameters. Before we do anything with the handshake file, I want to show you how to change the parameters on your Pwnagotchi. What you need to do is to enter the following URL into the address: 10.0.0.2, port is 8080. Press enter. If you get asked for a password, the password is change me for username and the password. I already logged in, so mine is already saved in the cache. This is the same screen you will see on your Pwnagotchi face. Explanation of what every one of these parameters or what you see, meaning you can find in the Pwnagotchi site. There's explanation for everything. I will show you. For example, in the usage, here you can see everything. This is the channel, AP, uptime, host name that it's now being kicked away, this is your face, etc. So you need to go to the plugins menu, and here you can see all kind of plugins which are installed on your Pwnagotchi. What we want to enable is the web configuration. You need to enable it and refresh the page. You can see that now it's a web link. You can click on it. Go ahead. No, I don't want to translate, of course. Now here you can see all the parameters of your device. There are a few parameters which are interesting to us. Now you can go ahead and try to mess with it, change settings, whatever you like. So the first thing that we want to change is the pcap handshakes folder. Just enter \handshakes into it. So all the handshakes will be collected into the handshakes folder. You can write here whatever you want. Another thing we want to change is the password for the face menu, which you just saw. Here is the UI web password, which is change me by default. You can enter whatever you like, and the username the same. So after we change both values, another interesting things to change is the temperature display. Just search for temp, and you can see that we have main plugins memtemp enabled. Set this value to true. This will enable us to display the temperature of the CPU and the memory, which is quite interesting to see. Okay, so now that we changed the parameters and download the handshake file, which is the pcap file, we need to do something with it, right? So first of all, we need to convert the pcap file into something that the Hashcat software is able to work with. So head to this link, you will see it above, and here we need to choose the file which we just downloaded, the pcap file. It's in my desktop. I called it handshakes. Where is it? So find the handshakes which you just saved. This is one, the pcap file. And this is optional, don't enter anything. Click the convert button. And now save the HCC APX cap file. Okay, now we converted the pcap file, we can start working with the Hashcat software. So next we need to have the Hashcat software on our PC. Go to the Hashcat homepage in the link above and download the Hashcat binaries. Download to your PC. Next you need to extract the zip file into your PC, into some folder. In the folder which you will extract, you will see the executables, which is the 32-bit and 64-bit exe. This is the one we need. For our attack we will use the dictionary attack, which is just a big list of passwords which you can try and match to the password of the handshake that you collected. There are many password files on the internet. The famous one is the RockU password list. It is very interesting to hear how this dictionary file was originated. If you want to know more, you can head to an excellent podcast called The Darknet Diaries and listen to episode number 33 in the first season, just if you like. So once we have the files and the Hashcat software, we need to edit the cmd command file with the following string. I will show you just an example. The cmd file should look like this. First is the executable, which is the 64-bit. Next is a few flags and parameters. Now the -m flag, which indicate the hash type which we want to crack. In our case is the Wi-Fi, is 2500. -a is the type of the attack. We use dictionary attack, so in our case is -a0. Next is the output file, -o, and just put the name of any txt file you like to have for the results of the Hashcat. Next is the HCC APX file, which we just converted, and next one is the dictionary file we want to use. Sorry, it's .txt. And the last one is the -- force, just to improve stability. Okay, so I just generated cmd file with all my parameters. What you need to do is just execute it. Now depends on your PC. I have two 1070 Nvidia cards, so it will be pretty quick. Okay, once it finished running, you can see the txt result file created wherever you choose it to be, and here you can see the password of my network. Okay, so here we go. We finished configuring our Pwnagotchi, making it a case, and also cracking the handshakes that we collected. That's it for the second part. If you like the video, please subscribe and press the notification button, and also let us know what you think about the video in the comment section. It's very important to us to know what you guys think. You can tune in because we will probably make my Raspberry Pi 0, which I use for the Pwnagotchi, external Wi-Fi antenna, so it will get better range, so tune in. And also, as I promised you in the end of the video, the frequently asked questions. So, as I explained in the beginning of the first video, you have a white list of networks that you don't want to collect handshakes for, but you might see that it's actually collected in the handshakes folder. The whitelist networks, it's not gonna collect the handshakes, and it's not gonna deauthorize the network. It will just collect the handshake if some device joining the network, and then the handshake is transmitted. So it's okay, your network is not gonna be interrupted in any way by the Pwnagotchi. Another question that you guys might ask is if I can use different Raspberry Pi version like 3B, 4. So it is possible. You just follow the same steps, flash the image into the SD card, and use the e-ink display in the same way as Raspberry Pi 0. The only Raspberry Pi which you can't use is the 2 version, because it doesn't have Wi-Fi network built into the board. So another question is if you can use different displays from the Waveshare e-ink. So basically you can, and all the displays are listed in the Pwnagotchi website. You can go into the configuration display, the installation display, and here you can see a list of all the supported displays. But anyway, if your display is not supported, you can just use the Pwnagotchi without display. You just need to set the UI display enable flag to false and just run your Pwnagotchi without a display. If you want to see the user interface, you can either connect it to your PC like we did before and see all the user interface, or just enable the Bluetooth option and connect with your smartphone to your Pwnagotchi. So that's it. I hope I answered most of the frequent question you can ask. If you have any more questions, please ask them in the comment section, and thank you for joining. Bye bye.